Evening. Almost late. Almost. Like by seconds I was late. I got busy with something else and just totally lost track of time. Yeah, I need to find myself on my laptop here. I hope y'all are doing good. Tell you. I'm halfway, well, really probably a little more than halfway prepared, except for right here. This and my camera. Tell you, I'm going to look into getting me a tablet. I've been wanting one. I have. And I think I may just see about getting me one. If y'all got any suggestions, I want something that is, you know, is a decent size and that's not real hard to learn. You know, I don't want anything that's going to be real hard to learn how to use and to maneuver it. And so if y'all got any suggestions, if you've got one, if you tell me what kind you got and how much you like it. That's going to be a lot. How much you like it, and it's not super duper expensive. I mean, I know those things aren't cheap, but, you know, it's not super duper expensive. I'd love to hear what y'all have and what y'all like. Alrighty. Okay. Here I am on my computer, my laptop. I've got my stamps on my block, except for the two that I'm using my Stamparatus for. And I have my stamps. The Ornate style and the Ornate Thanks. The Ornate style is the cling rubber stamps. The Ornate Thanks is the photopolymer cling rubber stamps. Photopolymer, you can see all the way through them. I love them. I love these two. I love them all. I love them all, except for block. I'm not crazy about stamps on blocks. You know, it used to be that's the only thing you could get, and that's what I learned to stamp with, but there is just something about these rubber stamps and these photopolymer, especially. We're going to use the Thanks. We're going to use this flower right here. We're also going to use this big flowers, and we're using the sentiment just wanted to say. This is going to go on the front. Thanks is going to go on the inside. So now you know what it's going to say. Just wanted to say thanks. I love it. Okay, we're going to wait just a moment here before I get totally started and see who shows up. There's nobody here. There's nobody here. So where are you? I am sure that anybody that was local across the southern states yesterday afternoon late and last night had to deal with the storms and stuff that came through. It got fairly rough here. We had 2 of the tornadoes to go over our home. And, hey, Jessie. No, that's Debbie, sorry. I looked at it wrong. No, Jessie is here. I thought you was here, Jessie. Oh, and you have little dude. Cool beans. Anyway, there was a lot of damage in a lot of different places, from Texas to Louisiana to Mississippi to Alabama to Tennessee to Georgia. So we need to pray for all of those people that had damage and lost their homes and things. So we're going to go ahead and get started, because I'm going to do some watercoloring this evening, and I want to get that done. We're going to start with a card base of Whisper White Thick that's 8.5 by 5.5. I've already got it scored at 4 1/4. We're going to give it a nice photo and crisp it up here like this. I picked up that trash. Anyway. Okay. Alright, we're going to go this way. We're opening this away for this one. We have 2 pieces of pear pizzazz that are 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Each layer is going one on the inside, one on the outside. We have our Whisper White envelope. We have 2 pieces of Whisper White thick that are 5 1/4 by 4, and one's for the inside. Thank you, Debbie. Well, I'm trying to take them apart, and I know there's 2. Wonder what I did with the other one. Lottie, lottie, lottie. Oh, never mind. I know exactly what I did with the other one. I'm such a dodo head. I have the other one on my Stamparatus already. I'm not so silly. Anywho, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our stamping on our Stamparatus. Now, my sentiment, I am going to stamp that in our memento tuxedo black. Let me get a case to go right under here. There we go. Pick up my, let you see me, I'm inking it up. I'll tell you this. Oh, this set is so awesome, and it inks up so beautifully. So beautifully. Love it. I love the fonts. And I know I should have something more than just my regular magnetic plate on my Stamparatus. I should have the pad under this, but look there, it still stamps so good even without it. And let me get to my clean my stamp, and I'm going to go ahead and take it off. That way it's not going to be in my way. It'll be fine. I'm going to stick it right over here. Now we're going to take our plate. We're going to take it off. We're going to flip it around because it's going totally different. I'm going to have it way down here on my page, and I am going to be using StazOn, because when you do watercolor, you use StazOn ink. That way it's not going to bleed. And tell you what, hey Kayla, this StazOn ink has a funky smell to it. A funky smell. Funky, funky, funky. So now we're just gonna get down. I'm just gonna mash it, rub on it to get it on here the way I want it to lay really, really good and really nice. Look at there. And I'll tell you what, I cleaned it with my shimmy too. I don't know what it's going to do to it, but it does pretty good to get a lot of that first layer of it off. And then I'm going to show you what I figured out. That's what I'm going to use this for. So I'm going to show you. I figured this out the other day when I made my sample. Because it's the, there it is. Because it's the cling stamp. And it's popped so high up off of my plate. I just do it this way. And I'll tell you what, I love to use my mist for this. I don't have to use, I am just not real crazy about the StazOn cleaner as well. And see, that does fairly well. Then I can just rub it over here. Ta-da! Looks like I might have missed some right down here, but that's okay. I mean, you know, it's not going to tear up my stamp. It's not going to mess up my stamp. It's just going to stain it, and that's okay with me. I'm not going to cry my stamp being stained, you know. Now then, and look what I did. I mashed too hard and got a little bit right there. Doggone it. And I'm not going to cry about that either. You know, there's no sense in it. Now then, I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to take my piece I'm going to use on the inside. And I'm going to use this StazOn. And I'm going to stamp this flower right down here. Like that. And then I'm going to take my envelope and I'm going to stamp the same flower on my envelope. Right there. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be way up. It doesn't have to be way down. And I'm going to show you how well this scrub mist does on the scrub with the StazOn ink. It can get it off really nice, and I like that. Okay, we're going to cover that up because I sure don't want to wear it. That should be all we need that for. I'm going to set it right up there. Now, you know, I like to use my blender pen with my ink pads. So that's how we're going to watercolor tonight. We are going to start with Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to try and do some blending with this. I didn't do too bad with my first one, so I'm going to do that with this one too. What do is get a bunch of that off and throw that down. And we're just going to go light on here. That's a little bit darker than I really wanted it, but that'll be okay. That'll be okay. I did that with the first one too. I don't think it's quite as dark on this one though, but I'm okay with that. And you know, when you do live, you can't speed this up. Wish I could, sorry. But, and I know, y'all know my head is down here. I will not be seeing comments unless, I don't know. I don't know. I cannot. Hi, Sharon. I'm glad you're here. Yay. I'm just doing some watercoloring with this awesome suite. I love this suite. I tell you, I am so glad that they offered this to us early because I'm going to wear it out. I'm going to wear it out before the next catalog comes out, you know. I have used it so much. I've got another card that I designed using it, and that'll probably have to be shown later because I've got something else to show now next week that I am so super excited about. Now, I'm not going to take as much off of it this time, and I'm going to come in right here, and I'm just going to darken this around my flower from the center out. Quite as dark on this one as I was wanting it, so let's do a little more. Okay, and I'm going to pull some of that off, and I'm going to just smooth this out. I tell you, I am not a professional at this. I'll be the very first one to tell you that because I am most definitely not a professional at this. I love doing it, but I am not a professional. But now then, we're going to take Balmy Blue, and we're going to do the same thing with these little flowers here. We're going to do them in this Balmy Blue. And just do them lightly. Oops. Let's get a little bit lighter than that. I don't want them real dark. That one spot right there is a little darker than I wanted, but that's okay. I can work with that. Be all right with it. But this stamp right here is just gorgeous with all of these beautiful flowers. It makes me want to get out there and clean out our flower bed. We have not even done that this year, but it's just haven't had time. Haven't had even half a chance to even think about it. Johnny did till up the garden. He planted 111 tomato plants, 10 jalapeno pepper plants, which I'm excited about because I love to make jalapeno poppers. I just hope they're bigger than last year's. And he's got squash and okra and green beans and cucumbers planted so far. And last Friday night, we talk about it getting really cold down in the 30s and have a frost. So we cut up old sheets and covered the tomato plants and covered the peppers with old flower pots and buckets and things. And it's supposed to get down in the 30s again tonight. So Johnny got out there before I got off and recovered them, and he said he may have to, and he planted green beans. He said we may have to replant the green beans because some of them are up and he ran out of stuff to cover them with. So I'm hoping we won't have to. And he had, I think he said, one cucumber plant that had already popped through the ground, and I noticed he had a bucket over it. So, you know, you hate to have to replant, but sometimes it happens that way. But I'm just praying for big tomatoes. I know sometimes he'll have them like this big, and it fits on a slice of bread. Makes the perfect sandwiches. And everybody at work wants me to bring them tomatoes. You know. So I do. I mean, you know, we always share what Johnny grows. And everybody at church is already asking him as he had his tomatoes out. And, oops, I missed this one right here. They're excited because he always takes baskets of tomatoes to church and things too. Because my boss said, what in the world did he plant 111? I said, well, that's not as many as he normally plants, and it isn't. So, but he likes to share, and he cans them, which is awesome, you know. So, alrighty, now I'm going to close the Balmy Blue up, and we're going to go, and I'll tell you, I used the Cocoa Rose, and one of mine from my practice one the other day, it looks totally different. And I know it's how much ink I had on my blender pen. And this one's going to be totally different because this is the one that was different, and it was so light. And the other one was the one that was dark. And so this is going to be the dark one, I'm guessing. Really didn't want it to be this dark, but that's okay. I'm all right with it. And I'm just doing strokes. That's all. Just doing some strokes here. And, you know, if it's not completely filled up, I ain't worried about that either. It's just. And then this one, I think I'm going to try and get it. Well, it's going to be dark too. I'm going to try and get it where it's not going to be quite as dark. So, like that. I'm liking these. I'm so loving this stamp set. And y'all gonna probably be so sick of it by the time I get through. Yeah, they're gonna say, oh, Sharon, don't make another card using that. But I'm telling you what, the sentiments from the Ornate Thanks stamp set are just awesome. There's so many things you can use those sentiments for, you know. Come in here now. I'm going to tell you what, I am so rough on my blender pens. I just started using this one and I'm already about got the nib shoved in too far. Let me pull it. I just get a little rough. Well, usually I can pull it out. There it comes. Yep, I'm going to have to quit being quite so rough. Alrighty, I'm going to use just a, I think I used Grapefruit Grove for the center of this flower. Here is here, and then let me get it a little dark, just like that. Pull that off, try to blend it here. There we go, just like that. Now we're going to use Daffodil Delight to fill in all these others. I'm just going to take just a little tip, just a little. I'm not going to blend that or anything. I just want to get it on here. So we'll have a little bit of the center being yellow. The Daffodil Delight. Now, even with this one, just like that. Okay, pull that off. Now then, we are going to use my pear pizzazz. I love. Hi, Miranda. Oh, oh yes, Miranda. He does have a green thumb. He always plants a big garden. He plants more than him and I can eat, so he can share. And it's, you know, it's fine. It is fine. I love it. I love it. Now then, y'all know how I love my pear pizzazz for my leaves and things. So that's what color, of course, I'm going to do my leaves. And I have no bling on my other card, but I think I might put some on this one, cover up my goof right there. You know what I'm saying? That way, nobody will know that I messed up. Except for us. You know, we're not telling anybody. No, we're not going to tell anybody that Sharon goofed. It's okay. So, use. But, tell you, I am so ready for spring to be here and to stay. And let's get rid of these chilly evenings. I'm okay with the rain because I'm hoping it settles the pollen down, because my allergies have been horrible. And I know people come in the store and they hear me and they think, oh, she's got it. I don't got it. Got allergies. I have this every year. And, you know, it's not something I can just say don't have. I have it. So, now I am not really going to do any blending with my leaves. I just like them like this. And, now I want to see if I can come down and get the stems in this pear pizzazz. Some of it I'm going outside the line, I know. But that's the only stems we have. Now, we're going to set that right there, and we're going to do, and look at there, I have already, look at what I did. close the ink pad, Sharon. Yes, that's what I need to do, is close the ink pad. Now we're going to come back to our Daffodil Delight. Now we're going to take care of these flowers here and color them up. We'll go ahead and do both the flowers themselves, and then we'll come back. And let me, you know, I don't think really have to, but to myself, I think I need to put something in my envelope, just in case. You know, thank you. So, I am going to put this in here, and it help to keep moisture off the back of my envelope too. So we're just going to move this away. I'll tell you, I started out and I stamped the stamp, and I thought I am going to use my Stampin' Blends. And it did not take me long to decide that my Stampin' Blends are not what I was going to use. It was like they just, I don't know if I was doing something wrong or what, but they just wanted to run, and I could not get them to. It was probably me. I'm sure it was totally me, and not the Stampin' Blends, that I just could not stay in the lines with them, and I made the awfulest mess out of it, and it went in the trash. Yes, in the trash it went, and I thought, okie dokie. And look, there's a bug. Ew, gross. Get this baby wipe and get it off my finger. Yucky. And so I thought, okay, what do I want to do? And I thought, I'm going to do watercolor. And I'm glad I did, because I am loving it. We're going to get our grapefruit grove. Oh, look there. Sharon's so smart. Yep, Sharon is so smart today. So we're going to get the inside. Okay, I think I pulled too much off of it. The inside of our flowers. This here. And then we're going to just dot a little off. We're going to put a little extra on there. And I'm going to blend it in. And I'm telling you, I think I am liking it better. And I'm sure there's somebody that's going to be using, and that probably has used their Stampin' Blends, and theirs are awesome. I know they, ooh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I know they are, but that's not me. It's not me this time. Okay, we're going to come back with my pair of size, and we're going to get our leaves here. And we're doing awesome time. Let me look. Yeah, awesome time. Awesome time. And we're going to get our stem. Get the stem over here. And I'll tell you what, you go outside the lines in this, and it's watercolor. It's okay. You know, I'm not fretting it myself. Not fretting it at all. Okay, now, that's all I need that for. And let me put my cap on my Stampin' Blend. Set that over there. Take the Post-it note out. Set that right there. And then I don't need this now. Put it over here. Now, I want to stamp thanks on the inside. And I have this on block C. And I had the flower on a block D, and we're going to stamp this using our No Tuxedo Black. I found with this one, if I kind of twist it some, I can get it covered pretty well. Yep. don't want to wear it to work tomorrow. Even though I've got it all over my block. As long as it stays on my block and not on my cardstock, I'm awfully okay with it. Just going to come, I think I'm going to come down just a smidge. That looks about right. Oh, okay. It's a little crooked, but not too bad. I'm not going to fret it. I know it's crooked. But it's not too bad. See, it's not too bad. Because I am not going to redo this and have to redo the flower. Nope, I'm not. Alright, now then, I am going to take our detailed trio punch, and I am going to round these corners right here. This one. The one that goes on the inside. Boy, when I put it right there, I can really tell that's crooked there. But that's okay. Alright, I'm going to round the corners on the one that goes on the front. Now, I am not going to, whoops, I didn't get that in there good. I am not rounding my corners of my Pear Pizzazz layer. I'm just going to round the corner for my Whisper White Thick. Put that up there. Throw that in the trash. Now then, I'm going to put our Pear Pizzazz on using our liquid glue. Love the stuff. I love it because it gives me room to scooch it over whenever I don't have it straight, if I do it quick enough. Sometimes I don't realize it until it's too late and it does not want to scooch. But that's okay too. It happens. Okay, now then, we're going to put this on the inside. Like this right here. I love this. Man, I just love this. I love this cardstock. I love this Pear Pizzazz. It's my favorite, I think. Balmy Blue and Pear Pizzazz, especially with this Pear Pizzazz. But this stamp set is, oh man, I think it just goes so perfect. So perfect. And after the weather we've had, we need something bright and cheery. And Miranda has snow. Hi, Sherry. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, I saw Miranda's Easter pictures, and they've got snow. They had snow. We had tornadoes. I think I would have been happy with snow if I knew that I could trade tornadoes for snow. Although I do not care for snow that much. Alright. Oh man, I'm just loving this. Okay, I'm not going to put no bling on that one, but I'm going to put some on this one so I can cover my boo-boo here. And I think what we are going to use... Alrighty. This is not the same. It's not Daffodil Delight. These are, let me see, Pineapple Punch. And that's what I'm going to use after I pick these others up out of the floor, or I throw them to the floor. Let me get my piercing tool. And we're going to take this bigger one right here because I want to cover this right here up. Looky there. There's always a way to cover up your boo-boos. And it works. Is that not awesome? You can always cover up little things like that. Doesn't have to be a big mistake. It can be a little. There's always a way to cover up a big mistake too. It depends on what your mistake was. Alright. See? Now then, that looks fine. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put one on the inside. We're going to put it right down here. Now, it matches. Alright. Now then, there we are. And did y'all notice something? I did not use any dimensionals. No dimensionals whatsoever on this card. Thank you, Miranda. Freaks you out. Yeah, well, they're not my favorite thing, I can tell you. But, you know, that's part of living down here in the South. But anyway, here's my original. And, there it is. Here's the one we just made. See, it makes it look totally different when you add some bling to it. Doesn't take much, just a smidge. Cover up your mistake, and it gives your card a totally different look than without. And I may put some on this one too. Who knows? But anyway, here we go, ladies. Here's our project for tonight. I hope y'all like it. And I'm gonna tell you, just pray for your neighbors and your friends and your family. I do. I pray for y'all every day because I want y'all to stay well, stay healthy. And thank you, Miranda. Thank you, Sharon. And I want y'all to know that y'all are always in my heart and that I love y'all. And next Monday, good Lord willing, I'll be right back. I'll be right back here at 7 Central, and we'll make something else. I know what I'm going to make. I know what I'm going to show y'all. I have a new technique that I learned from a guy in the UK. I think he's from the UK. I'll have to find out from sure. Anyway, I want to show that to y'all that I learned last Wednesday, and I want to show that to y'all next Monday. Would have done it today, except I had told y'all I had this other card that I wanted to make. And but anyway, I want to show y'all that new technique, and I have another technique that I've got to learn. And as soon as I learn it, I'm going to show that one to you too. That'll be come up in a few weeks. But this technique I learned this past Wednesday, I cannot wait to show y'all. I'm excited about it. So anyway, I love y'all. Hey, Mona, you're a little late, but you can watch the replay. Are y'all doing okay? Mona had bad weather too, and but they're okay. I'm thankful. God watched over us all. He kept us safe. He kept my team safe. I prayed for them. It's okay, Mona. I understand. I was almost late myself. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. But y'all, have an awesome week. Get in your crafty room. Get creative. And post it here on my page if you want to. It'll be okay. I would love to see it. And if you don't want to post it on my page, take a picture of it and private message it to me. Because I love to see your creations. Just some sticks. Good, Mona. Good. Yep, Debbie had bad weather too over in Georgia. She got leftovers from us here in Alabama. Bless her heart. Thank you, Sharon. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to tell you, I got a lot of rest yesterday. We had sunrise service in the parking lot at church at 6 o'clock. And then I did my Sunday school class online on Messenger. And then I hit the recliner and was out. And I slept off and on. And then our associate pastor did an Easter message at 11. Well, it ended up being 11:15 on Facebook because, bless his heart, he didn't understand how to do Facebook Live, and but it was good. And then me and Johnny just sit around, laid around in the recliners, rested. So it was really a good, restful Easter for us, since, you know, we couldn't get together with family, and it started getting bad. And I called my dad, tried to get him to come over here, but stubborn man than he is, he said no, and I offended him by calling his, let me see, what did he call it? Manufactured home a trailer, because he says it does not have a hookup on it to put it on his truck to have him to haul the trailer around. Then he laughed at me. You'd have to know my dad. He's so funny. But anyway, he's okay. But, y'all stay safe. I love you guys. And thank y'all so much for coming and watching me. And y'all have a blessed evening and a blessed week. And like I said, good Lord willing, I'll see you next Monday here again at 7 Central. Bye.